Year. I hope your Christmas and holiday season went well. It's January 6th already. Time is flying. And this is episode 7. I don't know if the volume is up high on this. Yeah, it's up episode 7 on life and drawing. And for this episode, I want to talk about what's always super common in the new year: resolutions. And what's your New Year's resolution? Um, are you guys planning on going to the gym? Are you gonna work out more? You're gonna change your diet, uh, and what are some? that's those are like horrible weight plates. So yeah. So any New Year's resolutions that you've made that were different than previous ones? I'm not gonna do this. This is horrible. I can't live with that. That is not good. Yeah. So what are some of your New Year's resolutions? And so what I want to talk about is New Year's resolutions, and just some quick tips of achieving your New Year's resolutions, or at least keeping the drive alive of your New Year's resolution, because we all know it's very easy to make them, but it's much harder to keep them. And so, New Year's resolution. First tip is that I think of is, making one that's attainable and yet still very specific. And so let's just say if you want to make one that talks about, say, working out, going to the gym. And I believe that one of the most common downfalls is just over extension of your resolution. I don't know why I'm talking so slowly. I don't know, it could be that I'm battling the phlegm, and if you hear me clearing my throat, I had cold flu all Christmas week, and so did I hit the start button? Oh, I did. And so yeah, so if it's songs kind of off and stuff like that, that's why. Yeah, I think one of the common mistakes that some people make, and it may make their resolutions unsuccessful, is that they go super hard. And by that I mean, they make resolutions such as, I'm going to go to the gym and work out for 2 hours every day. And and as much as some people are able to do that, and for some folks that's a part of their routine, if you haven't been to the gym or haven't done any workouts normally, That's a huge task to put on yourself. And so just, start with something more manageable. I'm going to work out. Maybe let's not even say gym, because then, some places, I mean, I don't go to a gym, so, and I need to work out more regularly. But I would imagine that most gyms require some form of membership. And so now you're looking at some form of commitment that you're going to have to make right off the bat. Now, if some gyms are, you just pay by your visitation whenever you go, I guess that's a different story. So, a tip with that would be, just say, hey, I like to work out, say 3 days a week. And instead of an hour each time, perhaps shoot for 15 minutes. Now, some may think 15 minutes, that's nothing. But if you haven't been doing any intense workout, 15 minutes is going to be a lot. And the great part of the in this culture, I mean, you can look at videos, 15-minute workout videos, where you don't have to try to figure out what you should do, but you can actually map out what your workout will look like, and then also how you should work out, so that way you're not going to risk injury by doing something improperly. And so yeah, and then you start at a introductory level where it's not super taxing on your body and you're still working out, and then that way just, you set yourself up to win, to succeed. Because now, I'm not saying that some people can't commit and say, hey, I'm going to work out an hour a day every day and not do it. Some folks have that determination and that ability, and man, and super kudos to those types of personalities that can actually do that and sustain it, because that's the huge part, and that's great. And so, and if you fall into that category, then by all means, do you. And so, but if you're not sure that's you, I highly recommend just pacing yourself, giving yourself a more realistic goal, and then moving on and growing and increasing it from there. So you start off at 15 minutes, and as you develop your endurance and strength, then you can say, you know what, man, I can do this for 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes turns into 45 minutes. And then before you know it, you're up to an hour a day. And you've progressed from 3 days to 4 days, or maybe 5 days. I mean, I'm no, what do they call those? Fitness expert or instructor. But I do think it's important to give your body time to rest. And so days in between your intense workouts, you could focus on like stretching. Um, Certainly a different part of your body. And again, there's super helpful tips on YouTube that you can go to. And I would say maybe just drop down into the comments. That way, particularly if these personalities are just YouTube based and there's no way for you to actually like Google and get reviews, It'll be good to just look at the comments and see, particularly if they're constructive comments and not just trolls, just to see what people are saying and about the workout regimen and the exercises that the instructors are commenting on. And that way it'll give you a good base level of, oh yeah, they do know what they're talking about, and I can trust their instruction, because your body is on the line, and you don't want to cause yourself more injury, more harm by getting into an injury, and then an injury derailing your resolution to get into better shape. Because I've done that numerous times. I've been in great shape, and I'm currently out of shape. But I've been down the road of just doing too much too soon, and then setting myself further back than I actually was, and it truly does derail your progression. And so take your time, set up attainable goals. And this is why I think it's good just to, if you can just work out at home, and that may seem daunting because you're like, oh, I don't have the equipment, and then if I have to buy equipment, that's going to be crazy expensive. And I don't know if it still is, because I know during COVID, during the first wave of COVID, there was crazy inflation on exercise and equipment. I tell you, man, these folks, I know, wow, that 12 minutes went by super quick. I may eventually make these longer. For those who may just be listening, I'm trying to keep it 12 minutes because it's really never 12 minutes. It's usually maybe 15 or 16 minutes. It just cuts down on the rendering time to load and all that stuff. I'm not in the high speed internet area, and so I'm just trying to find ways to make videos, make content the most efficient way I possibly can. And so, but I don't know. I may see if I can make these longer. But yeah, so just, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I truly did. That's not good for a video. But just gauge yourself. You can work out at home. You can do body resistance workouts. And again, all of this stuff you can look online and find out what what kind of equipment you can use economically. My suggestion would be resistant bands. You can buy a whole set for under $40, and then work out from home, and look at videos that deal with resistant bands. So yeah, it's you just gotta get resourceful. It's easy to become discouraged and like, oh, I can't do it. I don't have this. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the time. I don't have the space. We make excuses for the things that we do not want to do. But if you really think about it, the things that we truly want to do, we always find a way to get those things done. So make attainable resolutions. Set yourself up to win with those resolutions, and pace yourself so that way you can have your incremental progression that would lead towards your attainable goals, and consequently propel you to even greater heights that you never thought you can reach. So take your time, make the steps towards those resolutions, and keep your head down and keep pressing forward. And even when you stumble and you fail with some of them, just get back up and work towards it again, because we all fall and we all stumble. And so the key is learning from those mistakes, getting back up, and keeping it moving. So that's all for today. This episode 7 of Life in Drawing. Feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Michelo Lully. Also, you can check me out on YouTube. Sorry, you are checking me on YouTube. You can check me out on Facebook.com, Michelo Comics. There's a catalog of all of my my comic illustrations. And then also you can check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Michelo Lully as well. I have a website up. I will be officially launching it hopefully this month, if not later. But until then, be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to like and share this video, and be sure to enjoy this new year, 2021. Hope you have your resolutions in hand, and let's complete those together. Take care, guys. Peace.